Hi, I'm Rob, pastor of Calvary Chapel, Turlock. What should a Christian think about the continued student protests on American college campuses today? They haven't stopped, they have not gone away. If anything, they've intensified. From big public universities to small private schools, students have donned the keffiyeh and taken a stand for Gaza and Hamas. Many of the chants have become blatantly anti-Semitic. Hamas is committed to the destruction of Israel, and American student protesters seem more than eager to lend a helping hand. Police were called in to forcefully clear students who had taken over Hamilton Hall at Columbia University in New York. UCLA descended into chaos this week as student protesters became violent with fireworks and tear gas flying through the air. Several students have been brutally assaulted, and USC preemptively canceled their graduation altogether. These student agitators have many sympathizers, but the billionaire activist George Soros keeps surfacing as a major funding source for the discontent. He funneled a lot of money into the Black Lives Matter movement, and apparently he loves to finance cultural melee. And ironically, George Soros is a Jew. But here's the greater irony. Whether it's Black Lives Matter or campus protests against Israel, the headline issue is not really the issue. The true motive behind the demonstrations and the violence is a not-so-subtle attempt to destabilize Western democracies like ours. It's the same motive behind open borders and unchecked immigration. Riots in the streets, burning buildings, and competing factions warring for dominance keep the public living in fear, and a fearful population is an easily manipulated one. Remember the people who double-masked, driving alone in their car? Fear makes people do crazy things. But what's the end goal? Why would individuals and political organizations invest heavily in destabilizing the United States of America? What's the incentive? It's progress. If you define progress as ever-increasing government control and ever-shrinking personal liberty, Karl Marx may be dead, but his disciples aren't. They live on, always moving the ball down the field toward an end zone of hammer and sickle. Instability is the necessary ingredient to socialist revolution. So even if the anti-Israel protests die down soon, the next cause to riot in the streets is just a few months away. And here's how it affects us. It won't be long now before the likes of George Soros turn their sights and their dollars on the American evangelical church. There's an ever-increasing cultural hatred for the Judeo-Christian ethic. Right now the mob is going after the Judeo part of that equation, but soon they'll be coming after the Christian portion of it. That's you and me. And that's why, increasingly, when you stand up for genuine biblical values in the public square today, you're going to be shouted down as bigoted and backward. The growing hostility toward Bible-believing Christians is palpable, especially among young people. The federal government has already declared a soft war on Christians. The Biden administration is reinterpreting Title IX to mandate full inclusion of boys with gender dysphoria into girls' sports and spaces. That's not just track fields and basketball courts, that's locker rooms and showers as well. Corporations have mobilized their forces also, with mandatory professional training that affirms homosexuality and transgenderism for all employees. The genuine Bible-believing Christian is being squeezed on all fronts. We can see the attack coming. But let's determine in our hearts to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let's refuse to bow down to the gods of Babylon, no matter what the consequences. Let's stand fast in our convictions of righteousness, that no matter how hot the fire is, we will serve the Lord. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.